Hello guys, this is your favorite MC Yapstar once again. Welcome to today's episode of our daily face off. And today we have two big fishes in the house, and they are Cubana Chiefpriest and Burnaboy. They are going to be facing off each other, and we are going to see who is going to come out at the top. So here are the pictures of the two of them. To my left is Cubana Chiefpriest, and here is a close-up picture of him. And to my right is the self-styled Odogu, who has indeed become an Odogu in the Nigerian entertainment industry. I'm talking of Burnaboy, and here is a close-up shot of him. Recently they had a very much public spat, and in the course of the tussle, Cubana Chiefpriest was reiterating the fact that money na water, and he even challenged Burnaboy to a money contest. He was boasting that if it's about money, that is richer than Burnaboy. If it's about influence, he has more influence than Burnaboy. And many people have taken his word for it. But left to me, we can't just take his words like that. He may be richer, he may be more influential, but let's subject everything to empirical analysis and let's see who is going to come out on top. And that's the sole purpose of this episode. I want to analyze the two of them on some key parameters, and at the end of the day we are going to see who truly is bigger between the two of them. So don't jump the gun yet, don't take the words of these two guys for it. Let us go into a detailed empirical analysis. And like I normally do, this is the method we are going to be using for today's analysis. It's going to be a point-based comparative analysis. We are going to be evaluating them based on 6 key parameters, and each parameter is going to be scored on a scale of 1 to 10, and at the end of the day we are going to be tallying all the scores to see who has more points, and it's on that basis that we are going to be declaring a winner. So it's going to be based on critical evidence and analytical evidence. So these are the parameters we are going to be using. Like I said, it is 6. We are going to be using their net worth, income sources, brand value and endorsement, investment and assets, global influence and reach, and long-term wealth potential. So it's holistic. It is intended to cover all the areas of their lives and to make up for their strengths and weaknesses, so that one won't have an undue advantage over the other. So after saying this, let's get the show on the road. But before I dive deeper, kindly subscribe to my channel, switch on the notification so you can get notified anytime I drop an interesting episode. Thank you for doing that. Now let's get the show on the road. So on the basis of net worth, let's see who is going to carry the day under this parameter. For Cubana Chiefpriest, he is estimated to be worth $10 million as of now. He's a socialite and a business person, and he has so many investments in nightlife and luxury brands, and his wealth is mostly tied to his businesses and the brand endorsements that he has gotten from major brands in the world. So on that basis, I'm giving him a 7/10. Let's go to Burnaboy. Burnaboy is currently worth $22 million, and the source of his net worth, as stated below, is the biggest African artist now, is the highest touring and highest grossing African artist as of today. His tours are always sold out, and album sales, streaming, international tour, and he also has brand endorsement. He recently signed an endorsement deal with Boss, and all those endorsements are of international standard. So that's the reason why he came to a total of $22 million, and for that I'm giving him a 9/10. Let's move to the next parameter, which is income sources. We've talked about their net worth. Now let's talk about the sources of their income. For Cubana Chiefpriest, his primary source of income is the nightclub businesses, that he has so many lounges in Delta State, Owerri, and recently Lagos. That's what he's actually into majorly, and also he's like a brand influencer for so many brands in the country. He's helping like Mikano, NSC, and the likes. So the primary source, like I said, is nightclub, and the secondary one is social media endorsement and appearances. He's endorsing brands and helping them market. So he's heavily, all his source of income are heavily dependent on the Nigerian market, not international. So on that basis, I'm giving him a 6 over 9, because since most of his investments are within the shores of Nigeria, and we know that Naira is not that strong, so he didn't have a great outing. So for Burnaboy, his primary source is music sales, streaming, royalties, and international tours. And the secondary source, I told you that he also has branding, endorsement, and the likes. So that's the secondary source. Global, his income streams are global. He's collecting top dollars from Spotify, iTunes, Audio Album Play, and also when he goes to tour, he's paid in hard currencies. So the reason for his huge amount of net worth is not far-fetched. So he's catering for the international community and countries outside Nigeria. So he's earning real forex. On that basis, he's getting a 9 over 10. So let's go to the next parameter, which is brand value and endorsement. Who is going to win under this category? Don't sweat it. I've analyzed everything. Let's go and see who is actually winning under this category. For Cubana Chiefpriest, we know that he coined the phrase money in our water. He's very lavish and extravagant in his lifestyle because he is a socialite and is into the nightlife business. So it is part of his package, lavish lifestyle. He has so many influence on the social scene in Nigeria, and most of his endorsements are local and niche. For example, Mekano and all other brands, they are targeting the Nigerian market, and niche in terms of he endorses some liquor brands also, so it's not for everybody. On that basis, I'm giving him a 6. Let's move to Burnaboy. For Burnaboy, like I said, he's the biggest artist in Africa. He's globally recognized. He shuts down all shows everywhere he goes in the world. His tours are fully sold out. So he has multinational companies on his beck and call, and they are ready to pay top dollars for him to endorse them. And also his Grammy. He's a Grammy award winner, don't forget that. And he helped his marketability. He has collaborated with so many international artists across the world. So on that basis, he has more global influence than Cubana. And on that basis, he's getting a 9 over 10 under this category. So let's go to the next one. Investments and assets. Who is going to win this? Don't sweat it, like I said. Let's go for Cubana. Cubana, he has so many luxury cars, you can't deny that fact. And also he has investment in real estate and also nightclubs and lounges. Like I said, most of his investments are localized within the country. All his lounges, nightclubs are all within the country. His luxury brands are also, they are not type of luxury brand that all other celebrities trend. I'm talking about Ferrari and the likes. Although he has Rolls Royce Cullinan, but you can't compare it with that of other celebrities. Let's go for Burna. See, he also owns luxury cars, real estate, and also in music production and textiles. His investments are more diversified, and he has so many international affiliations. So on that basis, he's getting an 8. I didn't mention the score of Cubana, but he got a 7. So Burna edged him marginally. It was a narrow victory for Burna, unlike all other parameters. So let's move to the next parameter, which is global reach and influence. Who has more global reach and influence? For Cubana, he is popular in Nigeria and among Africans in the diaspora, so his recognition globally is limited. Nobody knows him outside the shores of the continent like that, except from Nigerians that have relocated. So it's not actually internationally known like that. On that basis, he's getting a 5, unfortunately. And you can't dispute this fact. He's very prominent in Nigeria, but you can't say the same about his prominence outside Nigeria and outside Africa. For Burnaboy, a global icon, he has massive fan base in Africa. He's actually the #1 artist in Africa as of now, and he also has intimidating recognition in Europe and America. He performs regularly in international events and shows and festivals like that. He's accepted globally. He's big in the UK, big in America, big in Europe. So on that basis, he's getting a 10 over 10 when it comes to global influence and recognition. You can't argue that with Burnaboy. He is the #1 expert right now when it comes to entertainment in Africa. So let's move to the 6th and the last parameter, which is the long-term wealth and potential. So apart from the fact that they are rich now, what is the long-term effect What is the lifetime potential of their wealth? You may be rich now and become poor tomorrow. So let us see whose wealth is more sustainable between the two of them. Cubana, like I said, his wealth is tied to Nigerian luxury market, and it can fall victim of economic fluctuations. We know that Naira is not stable. For example, he is currently $110 million dollars. If by tomorrow Naira loses value to say 3,000 Naira to a dollar, that means he would drop down to like $5 million in worth. So his asset, investment, and everything is tied to the Nigerian economy, which is very volatile and unstable. So the scalability of his business is also questionable, because like I said, the economy where he is operating is very fragile and cannot be predictable. So on that basis, he's getting a 6/10. For Burnaboy, let's see. You see, his music career has a long-term potential due to his global appeal and consistent output. This guy technically has been releasing albums every other year. So, and he's not stopping yet, he's just 33 compared to Cubana Chiefpriest, who is pushing 44 this year. So, Burnaboy still has enough number of years to churn out music, to even do more amazing things. So, he has that reach, and the longevity is clearly there. So, the diversified income streams, international investments will ensure his sustained growth. For example, after the success of one of his albums, he partnered with some people and they launched a weed brand called Breakfast. You know, after the success of that, the song Last. So that's to show you that he's not only limiting his reach to music, he's branching out for sustainability and for stability. So even if music fails down the line, he will still be making money from all other business ventures that he has pivoted into. So on that basis, I'm giving him a 9/10. So now that we have analyzed every one of them on our 6 key parameters, let's now go to the tally of their scores. For Cubana Chiefpriest, he came up with a total of 37 out of 60 points. For Burnaboy managed to get a total of 54 out of 60 points, and that's because he had a stronger outing under networks, under income sources, under brand value, under global influence, and long-term potential. While Cubana really struggled under global influence, income sources, brand value, and long-term potential. So these are the areas he can work on if he truly wants to, step up his game. This is going to help him to analyze better and to be strategic in his investments going forward. So based on the foregoing, our winner is Burnaboy. He won with a total of 54 points as against Cubana Chiefpriest 37 points. That was a strong outing for Burnaboy, and the reason is not far-fetched. He has more global influence, his income streams is more diversified, his long-term wealth potential is great, so he has that edge over Cubana Chiefpriest. But we don't know tomorrow. Cubana Chiefpriest may watch this video and be proactive and address all the areas where he's lagging behind. But as of this moment, based on our empirical analysis, Burnaboy clearly edged him out on all the parameters. He won him in all the categories, and that's it for our face-off today. At the end of our face-off, Odogu proved himself to be a real Odogu. It was a flawless victory for him because he won under all the 6 parameters that we used. So the winner is Odogu at the end of the day. Well, that's the end of my analysis today. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did doing the analysis. If you do, kindly subscribe to my channel, switch on the notification so you can get notified anytime I drop another powerful content like this. Till we meet again, it is bye.